What's up, everyone? My name's Jag. I'm just another guy trading the stock market, and this is my trade recap for today. So first I wanted to go over what I was watching off the open. Today we had Jerome Powell, the Fed chair, testifying to the House. Yesterday he did a testimony to the Senate, and the market went down as soon as that meeting started. And that meeting was the catalyst. But if you look at the chart, if I bring up the chart for ES, or if I just bring up the chart for SPY, actually, you can see that. I mean, yesterday, the this candle right here is exactly the 10 o'clock candle, and that's right when the meeting started. So Jerome Powell hadn't even begun talking, or he hadn't said anything yet, and I believe that the minutes to the speech were already released. So it just that's kind of the way the market wanted to go. You had these parabolic moves at the end of last week, and then Monday formed like the head to this head and shoulders, and it just completed it yesterday. And so with that kind of movement, I was expecting some chop today, and that's kind of what we got. But I was waiting, trying to be patient before the meeting, but at the same time I wanted to try to get a trade or two in before the meeting started, just in case there were any craziness going on. So I was watching three tickers. I was watching NVIDIA, Tesla, and Meta, and I focused on Meta. Tesla was kind of sitting in demand around the 180, and I just didn't know if it was going to break demand and dump, or if it was going to hold it and rip. It was a little bit unclear to me, so I was watching Meta below. It was also around the 180s. I was watching Meta below 182, and you can see that we held below, but quickly chopped around and then did not hold. So no profit target was hit, no trim target was hit, and the stop loss was hit instead. I was able to cut that trade for basically break even, a very tiny stop. The contracts didn't move that great because I entered here at this candle. I entered right here on the retest and tried to get filled around the retest at VWAP, and it came down about 50 cents, but it wasn't anything to hit the trim or profit targets. And then I got stopped out on this green candle with rising volume. I stopped just about, I think I lost like $4 on the trade. It was basically break even. And I only had one contract, just trading super light. So then, unfortunately, I was kind of watching NVIDIA out of the corner of my eye, and here's the levels I had on it. I'd actually made a nice clean chart the night before for all the tickers, but here's the chart for NVIDIA. You can see it held that 235, and that's really where I wanted to take it. I really wanted this break and retest at 235, and that was the one. You could have played, and then I had the 238. You could have played off the 235, rejection, VWAP, rejection, VWAP, and then 240 is a real big level right now in NVIDIA. It's rejected for the past few days. Anytime it gets near 240, it's rejected. You can see what it's done today, triple top, and it's rejecting right now at the end of the day. So this is the one I should have played. I could have played it off the 240 rejection. That would have made sense. Kind of dropped the ball. I was watching the wrong ticker. VWAP held up strong all day. It was a no-brainer. Really easy trade, risk to rewards. You could have just used your levels as stop loss. Breaks, holds VWAP, you're out. Real quick scalps all over the place here for NVIDIA. So unfortunately, we didn't get that, but I am happy that I was able to chart and level these things very precisely. It just gives me confidence to really trust my levels. And then that was Meta. I did actually take NVIDIA for a trade. I did actually chase NVIDIA at 10:30. Which candle was it? Yeah, right here, off off this level break and retest of this 238, I did take calls, but I took them, I chased them basically in the middle of this range. So that got me a little bit nervous. Saw a nice push, big return back, and I sold. I had my finger on the trigger to sell it into strength here. Didn't get filled, and then I ended up selling for a small profit. So I was a tiny bit green on the day overall after those two trades. Really basically break even when it's all said and done. And then I tried to get Microsoft. So this is after the meeting had started. I wanted Microsoft under 252, and we got that early. It reclaimed, and this is what I should have been paying attention to. I really should have been paying attention to this action, because when I got an alert and I saw Microsoft hold at 11:30 under 252, I went short and did not trim into this candle, got stopped out at VWAP. So it was a 16% loss. I let that, and again, once I entered the trade, I was kind of feeling like, man, this is, you saw it pop up, you entered it really fast, you didn't see this earlier price action, so instead of just getting out of the trade, I forced myself to see the trade through, and the stop loss was VWAP. And once it actually held here on this candle, that was really my signal to get out. But actually I had a really good entry on this one, and my contracts were holding, so I gave it a second to see if it would bounce off VWAP. When it didn't, I got out. I lost 16% on the trade. It really wasn't that bad. Just trade I wish I shouldn't have taken. Should have got more confirmation. I was looking for a break and retest, but I mean, this is not, this is a break and hold. And after seeing this price action, if it had held 252 here and then broke below, that would have been much, much better, much cleaner. You already saw it. Yeah, break, just not ideal. Trying to make something out of nothing, trying to force something. And then the trade that I should have been patient for and waited was on SPY. I was watching the SPX chart. I was watching this SPX chart, and it had a very clean trend line intraday. This is the candle where the Jerome Powell meeting started. It got a little wonky, but it really just recovered, chopped around, really tested the opening print pretty much all day. It was kind of the level. But you can see here, once this trend line formed and broke, I was excited to get in on a break and retest. I got a little too excited. I entered right here for the retest for puts. And once I entered the trade, I started watching the SPY chart, which wasn't quite as clean. And these levels were actually breaking over the point of control. This red line is the point of control where the most volume, this is the price where the most volume has been traded for this session. So on SPY, it was very similar, but these candles were actually breaking over the point of control. And man, it's unfortunate. This candle actually retested the point of control, and it had momentum. It looked like it was going to break through. So I got stopped out at break even. I saw some drawdown, saw a little bit of green, got out at break even. Literally just in time to see this move, and that was a heartbreaker. I don't know, I was a little bit red on the day, and I definitely had fear of losing money. I didn't want to lose any more. I had a very manageable position that went red earlier on Microsoft. I'm still green on the week, so I was really afraid to give back any gains, which was stupid. I mean, I had a trade plan here. I had a trade plan that I didn't follow. So that's disappointing. I obviously I could have got a better entry to really wait for my levels to hit. That's another thing I'm working on, is being patient, which is fine. I could have been scaling into this trade here. I just wanted to keep the position small. But since I did see a little bit of drawdown, it really got me a little bit shook. And I exited here. I had 1 day to expirations. I wasn't on 0 DTEs or anything like that. The contracts were holding up really good. I don't know. It's depressing. It was really hard to watch this candle, and then boom, 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 right through low of the day. I mean, low of the day was a profit target, and so that was hit. And you can see that I never really, the stop loss would have been over this point of control / trend line. you know, not good in hindsight, not good. But we kept it manageable. The good things that happened today was I'm still sizing accordingly. I'm sized all the way down until I get my account back to green, and then I'll start sizing back up again. I'm almost there. I'm almost back to break even all time. So once that happens, I will start resizing up again accordingly. But it's trades like this, that I'm technically I'm right there. I'm doing everything right. I just need to, you know, check myself in the psychology and finish the trade. Just stick to the trade plan. That's really it. That's really it. So there's a couple I left on the table. I was watching the wrong tickers in the morning, but really there was plenty of trades that developed. The other trade that was really good was this reclaim of low of the day. So you can see this was the low of the day, and SPY broke below it, reclaimed it, retested it on that wick, which would have been a great entry for a nice move back into structure. You could have got 25-30% on one DTEs right there easily. I think that's about $1 move, $1.20, maybe $1 move on SPY. So anyway, left a lot on the table, but live to fight another day. We're still green on the week, still green on the month, and yeah. So those are the trades I took. That's why I executed the way I did. If you have any questions about my strategies, my charts, anything, feel free to leave them in the comments and I will get to them. If you're a new trader, I probably have a lot of information I can help you with. I don't claim to know anything or be anybody. I'm just another guy. But I do have a lot of studying under my belt. I can answer a lot of questions. Really, the big thing that's holding me back from becoming a super successful trader is the psychology, the fear of losing, the fear of missing out. One thing I struggle with is when I have a win streak, I get a little bit overconfident, and I know that, and I start taking setups that are not A++. So those types of things, we can work together and help each other, keep each other accountable. And then, if you're a trader who has a seasoned trader, or maybe not a seasoned trader, that sees that I am missing something or something that you think you can help me with, leave that in the comments also. If you like these videos, these recaps, please like the video, subscribe to my channel, and I will see you on the next one. Peace.